Welcome back to the channel. Done did it. I finally got a setup. I hope you can hear me good. I hope the video's good. It took me like, swear to God, 10 minutes. Just, I'm at a library. I'm not going to sit here and move the camera, show you how it all played out. But anyway, I know it's been a while. A lot's going on in my life. Almost so much that a lot of it I should just admit on YouTube to get out of the way. But I feel like I'd have to bring up a bunch of other clarifications on why I even brought it up and all this other stuff. So ignore everything I just said. Enjoy the flowers and hear my story. It is July 4th, 4th of July. Yeah, I got my own little display here. Fireworks for me. It's flower fireworks. Anyway, nature's fireworks. And I got a story a little bit to say. It's more for me, I guess. I'm sorry, I'm horrible. And also, I got a video. My next video, I do want to post about my dog, Buddy, because I love my dog. And I have, like, no footage of him. And it would be kind of cool to have him on my YouTube channel, so if I ever want to look back, he's there. But, first off, amazing day. And it was difficult. Very rough. I will bring up a little bit. I'm not completely sober. I'm doing my own challenges right now in life on some very hard drugs, unfortunately. And I don't mean unfortunately, I mean fortunately. But it's a concept that's a little hard to feel good now. I'm trying to understand how you could feel. It's just not something I really want to dive into too much because it could diverge from, you know, what I really want to teach right now. So, I worked Friday, third shift, 9 to 7. That was Friday. And then I didn't go to bed. And I celebrated with friends on their birthday and did a bunch of stuff. And I went back into work, no sleep. Absolutely none. And I worked from 9 again to 7 again today. I just got off work. You know, the sun that's out right now is because I just got off work. The sun came up. I was in Waffle House. And I, you know, left and blah, 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 and I'm at a library. I dropped off here, and it played out to where I spent my time just now writing my events. I just got done doing that, so I'm pretty out of it now. I can see the light. Hey, you motherfucker, focus. I hate that shit. Better camera, I swear, future thing. Anyway, I got one whole page. You don't need to read it. I got another whole page, I wrote another whole page, and I wrote this fucking page, and then I spent my time, hang on, to make sure I don't fuck it up, spent my time on it, and I spent my time on that, and I know it sounds like I didn't spend my time, but, you know, what was I willing to give up time, energy, effort, into sitting here writing on symbols that are powerful lines that actually vibrate, proven. Point is, I'm sitting here, doing this. The magic in these books, I'm sorry, the reason why I'm saying it like that is because a lot of you all don't know and you don't write and shit. There's so much power in it. I got a friend of mine named Alicia, and she writes like hell. She's the only other person I know really in my immediate life right now that may even outright me at times. Oh, I did break my pen. It's alright, I don't care. Day's fucking amazing. Little tip of my pen broke. I don't give a fuck. Nice try. That was like pathetic. Oh my god. Oh, laugh hella hard. So, I don't care if a distraction happens. Nice though. So, interesting day. I go to work. I'm out of it. And it's really one of those moments where I feel like, man, this is, you know, anytime something bad happens, remember, this is here to help you clarify what you want. So, it's really easy to clarify what you want when experiencing things you don't want. You are such a shit. The way the camera does that, it's annoying. Anyway, so I go into work, I feel out of it. Can't remember shit, I'm making food. It's a Saturday night. And it's like fucking 4th of July, and like, it's just all the energy's there, right? And the night plays out. I have to skip a lot in order to get this story out. So I'm going to skip a lot. But I'm going to point up key things. They're all important to the varying degrees, and they were all meant to happen. And I created all the experiences. All the people that walked in that building, everything. In my own way, just as equally as they did. But I mean, I'm tapping into it. So who flows my way is very important. And I'm feeling it. As in, the negative at this point. I was feeling the negative. It wasn't until, it was literally like a bunch of people were behind me, and I thought I heard one of them saying, "This isn't the Waffle House I used to know." Like, I know it sounds so cliche, but it was like, really, that's what I thought I was feeling when I heard those words, was that my food was such a disappointment. And like, like not even, it was like, fuck. Yeah, sorry. So, you know, that's how I was feeling. All an illusion. It always is when it's negative anyway. I don't care how good it looks in the moment. It was all an illusion. Find out later that's not what he was talking about. He was talking about the Waffle House song that was playing in the background. This is not the Waffle House song I used to know, is what he said. But that's how it will play out when you're feeling negative and down dumps. But anyway, I'm in really low state. And this is important. So, the day plays out. I remember one moment, there was like a little tiny side note for forget. There was this moment that happened early on where like this really hot chick came in from Applebee's, and I was like, hey, I know somebody from Applebee's, and blah, 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 and talk. And she said that she got the phone number from this dude that's at my job named Dylan. And I was like, it's just a weird situation, because if I know the guy, and it's like, man, girl, pretty good look, like, what an interesting situation. And like, she gave him the phone, like, she, you know, like, oh, it was just interesting. That happened. Not every day does some girl tell you about giving her a phone number for anywhere. Point is, that played out. Side note, jotted it down, was aware of what was in front of me. I was seeing who was in front of me. I was like, okay. And the day plays out. I'm going to hold my book so I don't space on it. Flip back to my page. Yeah, I wrote all this down. Like, I literally wrote down like I wasn't worth even being there. I felt down, or that I was letting everyone else down. Like, I wrote all this out. So I just got done doing this, so I'm doing it twice. Less in the moment, because I put it all in the energy of this, which is way more powerful than this video could ever be. Swear. Unless, of course, you start tapping and everybody else watching it. But anyway. Oh, yes, my buddy. So my neighbor pulled up, right? And not pulled up. I'm sitting here hearing those words about this ain't the Waffle House I used to know, and then I hear his voice sitting at a booth, and I look over and I'm looking at him, and I was like so out of it and low energy that I almost didn't want to be like, and I'm like, that's not me. And so pulled out my Aurora, kind of did that thing with the camera, like I kind of zoomed in. He's like, whoa, Dyer, you're standing right there 2 feet in front of me. I was like, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. And it played out to where we were talking, and I got 2 statements he said. He said, when the student is ready to teach your peers, right? So he said, take a step back and look at what you are doing and breathe. He didn't mean it like that in all that kind of way, but it just was interesting how that was what he decided to say. It really wasn't so much of, oh, God, dude, you need to take a step back. Like, he was just like, hey, man, it's like, take a step back. And I was like, like, I could just tell when he was saying it. I was like, oh, these are words of wisdom I should hear. And then the next thing he brought up was, we kind of brought up the whole situation going on at his house about this one day I saw this dude who's single, and there was this girl who was with somebody and had a kid, and they were like, in a way, kind of reacting, and I was like, they're gonna get together. Like, I could see it was happening, and they did. And he brought up the date when they met, March 20th, and I was like, okay, it's interesting. Like, we're bringing up dates now. Like, I got like information coming in specifically. Like, I was sitting here like, wow, like that's how I was interpreting it. It was like, well, look at this, and it's about relationships. And that day is important, big day. Can't bring it all up now, but I remember events on that day, so it was really interesting how he pulled up or played in this. The day goes on. I ended up making money with a lot of drunks were in, and I actually had a great time with a lot of the drunks. And anyway, I literally read the night goes on here. Making sure I don't forget nothing. I apologize. That's why I write shit down. If you watch my video, I've noticed I've been watching my videos. I'll be bringing up a very important topic. Never bring it out because I bring up something else. Horrible. I got to get on track. That's why I can see how these videos play helpful at. But oh yeah, sorry. I'm making sure. I just don't want to fuck it up. All right. So anyway, later on that night, right? These 2 old ladies come in. They're like 55 or 60, and they sit down. Up to that point, there was already a couple of people that were traveling, like some kids from, like a kid and their grandparents from New York. So it was interesting. And like, this is about 5 o'clock in the morning, so it's about the end of my shift, and it's like sunlight's coming up. And these 2 sit down, they get biscuits and toast. That's it, biscuits and gravy, and one girl gets toast. The girl who got toast, her name was Sandra. And I was just telling a friend of mine at work how about all these people in my life that are females that are important pop up as with an S, start with an S. And here she is. And like, before I even asked that part, the only reason why I asked what her name was is because the story she's telling. I hear something about an airport. And I'm like, oh, I'm about to be going to Scotland. This is what I'm manifesting. I heard airport. Hello, what's going on? Obviously, duh, I'm going to ask. Duh, if you ain't, then you ain't getting this. So I start conversing with her, find out that there's some guy from Japan who flew out, spent all his money, not all his money, but spent his money, and there's this man on a mission coming to meet this girl, and it's her boo. Like, that's how literally she said, that's my boo. And she's like, 55. I don't think she ever met this guy. I think it's the same thing I'm in right now. And I'm literally looking at, not my other half, but I'm looking at somebody else's other half. Like, there's a guy that's me traveling large distances to meet a woman like her, and here she is in front of me, happy and waiting and content. And I even brought up fucked up shit like, well, I'm on a similar mission, so if I get there, don't worry. If he gets here, don't worry out. It's all right. She fucking knew. Who do you listen to? People that have what you want, have been where you are, ultimately self. So when I brought up that it might not play out the way you think, I wasn't putting that seed of doubt like that. But I'm a Libra moon. I play devil's advocate, as my friend Alicia says. And so I threw that out there, and I could tell she had a smile on her face, and like, oh, no. Oh, no. Like, I could just tell. She knew deep down, like, this, like, you're stupid. Like, obviously, this guy spent all this thing coming out, all this effort, all this dedication. It was there. You could see it in her, like, face. So I wished her, luck on her travels and all that after we got done conversating about how he's stuck in, like, Vegas or whatever because of some airplane situation. And then later on, as the day goes on, I hope I'm not spacing on another event, but I'm going to try to freestyle it. Hopefully I don't have to go back. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck you. Anyway, so this guy comes in, orders some food. I can sit here and literally tell you what he ordered. Yeah, I will. It's a fucking scrambled cheese plate, double hash browns scattered and covered in Waffle House way, saying it with raisin toast, no butter, and he wanted bacon burnt. I said, burnt? He said, burnt. We start to inquire about that, I'm talking to these people. The energy's just, just blah, 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 blah. Like, okay, here comes another guy. Like, that's how that played out. And I'm like sitting here like, all right, who's this guy in my life? Very important. Who's popping up in your life? Very important. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Teachers are all around you. It's just you're not ready. So I'm sitting here becoming more ready. It's propelling. And like we start talking, and he tells me that the reason why the bacon's burnt is because of his wife, who he loves and he's here for, only for one mission, is to get her meal. He apparently does this like every Sunday or something. But you could tell when he was telling, he's like, I need those scattered. Like when he was talking, I know this motherfucker's a Taurus. I don't give a fuck. I can just tell by the whole experience. I just know a Taurus when I meet one. I know it is. I know. Fuck, it's a Taurus. It's lots of Taurus energy. It's either Taurus sun or Taurus moon. Like there's just a lot of Taurus in this dude. And like it's really easy for me to connect. So I'm sitting here like reading through this guy, only because I am very similar to this guy, which is why I could read through him in a way. And I could just tell he's being very direct. He's like, this is my wife's food. Like this isn't about me. So it's really easy for me to be very stern and like, please don't fuck this up. And I actually was appreciating it. And he's telling me about the burnt bacon is a story involving his Pomeranian dog, who he basically brings up as like a child between him and his wife. And I have a dog now, and I'm on this mission. See how things are playing out? Woman, Japan, a plane, male woman, older, guy traveling long distance. This dude got a dog, I'm going to bring up more. And wife, dedicated relationship. It's very... it's not just a relationship theme. It's a good, all of it was very, something you would almost desire, even if it wasn't specifically yours. But anyway, it was relationship-wise. And he's explaining how she feeds the dog bacon, and the vet found out because they were telling the dog gaining weight, and the vet said to burn the bacon. If you're going to feed that dog, you need to feed him burnt bacon. And so she sacrifices eating burnt bacon, even though he said she likes it a little, whatever. Basically, it sounds like she's eating burnt bacon, and like so the dog can have burnt bacon, because like that's just how that is, because they all love each other, and it's fucking beautiful. Anyway, so he's telling me this, and I find out like this dude's got like 81,920 like hours on flying helicopters and maintenance. He works actually for the AAF or whatever. It might be FAA or something. I might be wrong. I apologize. But yeah, he like works on planes, like the ones you're thinking, and like all of it, and like he's maintenance and he's like a test drives it. I guess is the test flies it. He maintenance and test flies it. Badass. And so here he is giving me this information about WARBWOC or whatever, which stands for fucking Warrant Officer Rotary Wing Aviators course that I could take 9 months. Basically playing out where this dude's telling me about an airplane situation that just happened like 24 hours in the last 24 hours, which happens to also relate to the girl that was just in there at like an hour earlier or less. Woman comes in, blah, 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 Japan story, something about a plane. He's stuck in Vegas. This guy comes in. He literally comes in never met him. Cool fucking dude. Perfect place, perfect time. Literally has the job. Who do you listen to? People that have what you want. This guy's got a great relationship and a dog. And they work out great together. And he like flies. All of which are like ingredients in the recipe of what I want to picture when I picture what I want of, I want to get to Scotland and get a girl. I got my dog. Like, just that mixture's all there. Full and I don't care how long this video is. It's too damn important. Anyway, so, we're, nice try. Hang on. Take it down a notch. Don't want to get so far ahead. I do that thing I do earlier. Miss out something good. Juicy detail. So the dude is telling me about how within the last 24 hours, I can't remember exactly where, like maybe somewhere west, that some guy was waiting because of the air traffic situations. The same situations that I guarantee are playing out for the dude who came from Japan stuck in Vegas. Somebody was just couldn't stand waiting another second. They decided to walk off the plane and literally like walked off the wing of the plane somehow, like jumped out. He might be getting 4 years or he might be getting years in prison or whatever for doing all this. But all this information is coming to light. This guy's telling me things. Well, I mean, we're connected. Like, I went skydiving over here. He's like, oh, I used to fly planes over there all the time. I used to pick them. He said him and somebody either, I might be fucked up here. It might be either his wife or somebody else. I can't remember. I think it might have been his wife he was telling me about. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. But either way, the way this guy's life is, he said that he would dropped off, so I'm going to say his wife for the hell of it, out of a plane. She would go skydiving, and he would try to race her back down, like try to beat to the ground. They keep doing it over there. He told me helicopters are more fun. I should maybe get into helicopters. Drove all these famous fucking, like the Red Bull. You know, this dude's got it. Like, he's walking amongst you. And, like, I'm sitting here tapping into it, feeling it out. I'm sitting here, like, and, you know, he's saying, like, nine months of this. And, like, so I'm seeing, like, you know, a little bit of a relationship thing, girl walk in, something about Dylan. It escalated more in between, but I'm not going to get into it all. And then it went to this fucking woman with a man on the way from far distance trying to meet her. Delays are happening. And then the next thing, blah, 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 nice try. A guy shows up with all of it. You know, like, it's already set. There was the girl waiting on the guy, and then here's he, the pilot, who actually flies, have flown, blah, 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 has the woman, and he even told me, I asked, how'd you get your girl later? And he says, he said, I just never, I can't remember the exact meaning part of the story because I was cleaning, and, like, there was the sounds and stuff, distractions, universe. But anyway, but he said that he never gave up. He was so determined, and I know that's a torch trait. Like, you know, he's very persistent. I've done the same thing to get women. Not like that I was being like that, but I just, like, no wasn't an answer, even if I was polite enough to not be that fucking creep that some of those tortures are. Anyway, 19 minutes. So, fucking amazing day. I met this dude who his name was Randy. Gotta give props to Randy. He even told me, like, in the middle of all this, there was a moment where he said, good karma brings good company. Interesting words. He met him and I in this situation. But when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And when you realize who do you listen to, then you start asking, how teachable am I? What am I willing to do? What am I willing to do? Huh? I was willing to give up my time and I'll write this. I mean, and the day played out so much better. Like, there was this great moment at the end. I'm going to end it like this. There's a great moment at the end. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, I didn't do everything. I made like $23. I didn't know it. I thought I only made $18, which is $1 less than my record as a cook. I'm a cook. You don't get tips often. But I mean, like, one dude literally handed me a stack of like 10. One dude handed me like Because I didn't know about that other 5. One dude handed me like $10 in ones. That feeling of a fat stack, hanging out with all these high energy, and then it's true. Like, I picked the perfect job for my manifesting powers. I'm opened in a room with people. You can't walk into Waffle House and not fuck with me. And like, you're sitting over here drunk with 7 people, and I'm playing music, and like, you don't know it, but like, boo, I'm putting out vibes with my friends drunk, and I'm over here like, I'm stealing some of it to get what I want, so you can get what you want too. There's literally no shit under the brick here. I mean, it really didn't, you know. So it was amazing. I had great insight, great experiences, lots of info, lots of encouragement. It all comes with it when you build the habit of being happy now. It makes it easier and easier. I had like people, like I had one person, I'm not trying to give up all their names, like I was sitting there like buttering bread in the back, and people didn't know, like every time we walked by, somebody else walked by. And it was like one person walked by and be like, that's what they were doing. Like, one person walked by, rub his shoulders, little pat, little side hug. Sup, dude? It was like 10 of those in a row. I'm all earth signs, so you know the physical. You know, oh man. And even that dude Randy, when he walked off, man, the way it ended, he was like, I know that look. I know it, dude. I got a dude. It's hard to impress a Taurus. It's hard to get a Taurus's eye. They're fixated on themselves. They really don't, and I don't mean that darkly at all. Like, I don't mean that darkly at all. Like, I'm fixated on getting shit done practically that benefits you and I. Like, sorry if you're wasting my time. Sorry, I don't know how else to say it. Blah, 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 or whatever. Or, like, you're entertaining, but, like, this isn't use. I need to be useful. Like, here, there's billions of us. Fuck with somebody else, like that's, you know, all that stuff's there, and I could tell when I just met that dude Randy, when he pulled, you know, at first didn't like instantly like him. He just like, make my food this, and but I could tell, I could feel the care was there through not me being right there, but like somebody else in his life, and find out it's somebody else's food, his girls. It's like, oh, you got what, like, you have what I want. He has lots of money. He does fly planes and shit. Like, that is something I kind of thought I want to get sailing. It doesn't surprise me. This is the next thing. I went from fucking truck driving. People are like, you going to go back? I'm like, bro, like, I don't care if I went from truck driving to Waffle House. I might go right back up to fucking flying jets, to working at McDonald's, to owning $1 billion, to being fucking homeless. And yeah, I'm still doing this. You might not look like it, because that's deception, but believe me, I went from trucking to Waffle House. I went up. I don't give a fuck how crazy y'all see it. Below, you don't know. You have no clue. Amazing day. I'm at like 22 minutes. It was amazing. Oh my God, I could sit here and talk all day and pick out all the details and minutia. But the point is, you should be teachable enough and open-minded enough and be walking around your day with eyes open, looking around at what could be. Because even I was closed-minded that day with the way it started out. And the worse it is, the better it is. You really got everything going for you. You just don't know it, kid. I swear, like, the instant I tapped into it, it all played out at an immense level. I made like more money than I ever made. I got made $23, you know, which felt great. All kinds of things were in sync. And now that I said all that, yeah, anyway, I'm happy. Yeah, it's 23 minutes long. Tell a lot. Hope you like the flowers. It took me a minute to set this shit up. I know it sounds so stupid, but it did. It took me a minute to set this little area up with the right vibe. And I got to put these flowers back, a new bunch, and go home and go to bed and get sober from hard drugs. That shit's horrible. I will admit, though, it helps me resonate with people that are on it, and I you know, that's how energy works. That's how life works in general. You know, it's hard to hang out with people that do a drug you don't do. And ask anybody that does a drug and quit, or just anybody that, yeah, I don't hang out with heroin addicts. I really don't. Like, I don't hang out all day with heroin addicts. I don't do heroin. I have friends that are heroin addicts, but you get my point. Anyway, I have my own troubles in my life, and even through all, and I'm saying this for a reason. As in, for those out there who eventually see my YouTube channel, like, my real experiences, earth sign, matter. That's why I know this dude was an earth sign, Randy. Because he could see me, looking at him going, right, because, like, you are you, and you did what you did, and that shit does matter. And so if I want to learn something from you, I should learn what you have done. Duh, earth knows that. But if I'm talking other things that are out there, like, me and you don't need to connect, but he's sitting there watching me go, I get it. Like, you know, like, it's not like I get it, but like I get it. Like I get that you're so much more than you seem, and you playing it off like it's whatever. And because I'm being so like humble, you bestow this knowledge on me, which ironically some people see as a burden. Like, oh, this motherfucker won't stop talking about his life. It's like, you're so dumb. Like this, and he got so much joy out of it. I got joy out of it. We manifested more. I guarantee it. See, I did that thing where I knew there was something else I was going to say. Oh, but it's all right. I did pretty well this time. I feel pretty good. Remember, feel good now. Go out and do something. If you're not feeling good, change things. Do something different. What are you willing to do? AKA, get off your ass. Do things. I mean, you could do anything. You're in a relationship you don't like. I mean, I swear to God, you go outside right now and say, I'm going to fucking pick up every goddamn stick until I decide I'm done. I'm just going to walk around, pick up shit, throw it away. Dude, it doesn't matter. Like, you really could do anything. But you not doing something is equivalent to what gets done. And you don't have to physically do things for things to happen. It's really the internal system, making decisions and putting in effort and never giving up. You know, like, that's what he said, how he got his girl. That's what this dude who's being overlaid in fucking Nevada or Vegas from Japan is dealing with. Like, he's stuck there. I can feel that energy, but like, everyone's got hope. And here's this guy, like, he's already there. I went from step one, a girl and a guy. The girl got the guy's phone number. To step two, the guy's traveling across the land to meet the person. To step three, the guy's got the girl and the dog and everything. It literally played out like that. And I was like, oh, okay, like, thank you. It was a great day. Everybody gave me a lot of love. It might not be so great later, but fuck, it was such a great day. Last words of wisdom. I know what it is. I know what my last words of wisdom are. I don't got to think no further. You know why? I'm not the one today. I wasn't the one. There's people today reveal themselves. The real teachers, the real masters. And there's a saying, and I'm going to put it right, hold up, getting it to the very last page. Ooh, let me get that pen out of there. You're fucking up my game, boy. Dude, look at this thing. Look at this thing trying to stop me. Oh, you're a fucking genius, little devil, aren't you? Ooh, yeah, get out of here. I couldn't even flip it. Nice try. This video's going to end right on time. Yes, right there. I don't know what you can see, but it should say, good karma brings good company. Yeah, or is it? That's how much he inspired me. I don't sit there and rah with a pen all day. This shit takes effort and time. No, you fucking earned it. Good karma brings good company. I love you guys. Keep rocking it.